What's going on, everybody? Crypto Headquarters here, and today I want to bring you guys a video about the cryptocurrency known as Bounty0x. In the past, I have done a few videos explaining, doing an analysis of Bounty and what it plans to do in blockchain and cryptocurrency, and in today's video, I want to give you guys some updates and analysis on the news that is currently coming out regarding new changes to the Bounty0x platform and why I am very bullish on this cryptocurrency in the short term. I'm going to be covering some news stories, some updates, and all the things that you guys really know about the Bounty0x Alpha 2.0 release in the future. With that said, I'm going to start out with the disclaimer that says none of the information in this video is investment or financial advice. This is just simply my personal opinion. Please do your own research for investing. Invest at your own risk. Don't invest more than you can afford to lose. Consult a financial advisor if necessary. To be transparent with you guys, I am invested into Bounty at the time of making this video and do currently hold it in my portfolio. So take that for what you got, for what you will, guys, and make sure you guys understand that I am a holder of Bounty. So in some ways, my opinion might be a little bit biased, as I do want this cryptocurrency to be successful as a holder of it. But with that said, I'm going to be covering the news and giving you guys my opinions on this cryptocurrency. First, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of backstory regarding the price of Bounty. So I'm going to make this quick and short, but right now Bounty holds a market cap of about $18.5 million and a rank of 355th overall in terms of overall market cap. Bounty0x is a cryptocurrency that nearly saw all-time highs of a $1 mark back at the beginning of January. January 7th, to be specific, is where it hit its all-time high at 92, almost 93 cents. So since then, Bounty has fallen a long ways down to its consolidation point that we've been holding for the past few days at this 13 to 15 cent mark, and we see right now that we're up a little bit, almost 1% in the last 24 hours after a rough sell-off that obviously hurt all altcoins in the market, and Bounty0x was no exception to that. At its high, Bounty had an overall market cap of just over $100 million, and right now we're sitting at just $18.5 million. So just another reason to see that Bounty0x may be a potential buying opportunity if you guys are educated, do your own research, and believe in this platform. But I did just want to let you guys know that Bounty0x has fallen off a lot. Therefore, there is some potential for some short-term gain here, especially with the exciting news that I'm going to be covering later on in the video. But as a holder of Bounty, I personally got in at the 40-cent mark here at the beginning of January. I thought that was a good dip that we were going to hold, and we held it for about 2 days until going even lower to that 30-cent mark, and then subsequently even lower to this 15-cent mark. So I am down quite a bit in Bounty. Therefore, I'm very eager and optimistic to see Bounty potentially rebound back and start seeing some short-term gains here. Although I am bullish in the long term, I am excited for the news that I'm going to cover in this video. But let's stop talking about that and let's actually talk specifically about what's happening with Bounty. One of the articles that's going to help me in today's video outline why Bounty could get a potential price jump within the next week is written over on btcmanager.com by Jake the Crypto King, and here he outlines the reasons that Bounty may be bullish in the short term. So he begins by saying that currently Bounty is sitting at a price point almost 85% lower than its all-time high set only a month ago, which I covered in the last section of the video. Additionally, for those of you guys that don't know what Bounty is, he outlines just what it's kind to solve within cryptocurrency and blockchain, and basically a business or an organization or even an individual can put out a bounty or a task that needs to be completed. Somebody can come along, complete that, be rewarded with the bounty token or some form of compensation, and that is how the transaction will go down. And then additionally, there's other things that go on like bounty sheriffs, which verify it was an honest transaction by both parties and keep the ecosystem running. So basically, think of people put up bounties or job postings or whatever it may they may need done. People come in, complete them, they get compensated with the bounty token, and the life moves on within the bounty ecosystem. So that's basically how Bounty works at a very, very, very basic and kind of in a nutshell way. But this week is going to be very exciting for Bounty. So February 15, 2018, they're finishing a complete redesign of their platform, and I am going to show you guys some pictures about what this is going to look like later in the video on Bounty's Medium account. And what they're also doing is they're integrating a social media automation, an enhanced Bounty host dashboard, which campaign stats, and much more during their Alpha 2.0 launch. Alpha 2.0 is being launched within the next 48 hours, and the price of Bounty is responding accordingly. Bounty has risen steadily the last 3 days, significantly exceeding returns of Bitcoin. Bounty is also being listed on Robinhood, which I'm going to show on Twitter, February 14, 2018. Although this is less likely to impact the price, as this is old news and should be built into Bounty's current valuation. However, more volume and more exchanges are never a negative thing. So I will say that right now it is looking very bullish for Bounty. They are obviously releasing a major update within their roadmap. They're getting listed on a new exchange, which is going to bring more volume and more eyes towards Bounty, additionally giving people another place to trade the Bounty0x token. So very, very bullish news, and that in summary is what's going to be happening with Bounty this week. So in the next 48 hours, we're going to see a huge release of their Alpha 2.0, and we're also seeing some new exchange listings as well as some interesting partnerships, which I'm going to jump into. Right now, I'm going to jump over to Bounty0x's Twitter account before I jump into what specifically is going to be happening with the Alpha 2.0 release. So if you go over to Bounty's Twitter, which has a decently sized following with 12.7 thousand followers, 262 tweets, they do tweet some interesting things over here. So right here, they retweeted Coben Hood's Twitter account, which is the exchange that they're going to be listed on. As you guys can see, the third one down, Bounty0x. So that's going to be listed later this month, something that was covered in the last article that I just talked about. Additionally, they go over some partnerships and some other things that are going to be going on. On February 6th, they posted about a weekly update that you guys can check out over on their blog, bounty0x.io, as well as they posted their Alpha 2.0 going live in 8 days. So this was posted a few days ago on February 7th, and they do a brief rundown of some features. So that's what I'm going to cover on in the next section of the video. But right now on their Twitter account, I just do want to scroll down and see that they are very active in promoting some of the things that are going on within Bounty. So here is something that they posted, how to support Bounty0x on ETH. That is something else that it was interesting to me, as well as if you scroll down here just enough, if I can eventually find it. Here are their partnership announcements. So on January 25th, they were proud to announce their partnership with Civic Key, which is the Civic cryptocurrency to prevent fraudulent transactions on the Bounty0x platform. So partnerships like that are huge, and there are a few more partnerships that I'm going to be talking about as we go over to the Alpha 2.0 launch, as they do touch on some of that. But I did want to give a quick rundown of their Twitter account because they do update it a lot, and a lot of the useful information you guys can find in this video will not only be linked down in the description, but will be and can be found on their Twitter account, which updates and posts very regularly. So I did want to touch on that as well. Now I'm going to be covering what I believe to be the most important part of today's video, which was a blog post written over on blog.bounty0x.io on their Medium page by Pascal Fellman, the co-founder of Bounty0x. So in this post, he outlines what's going to be added to the Alpha 2.0 and what you guys can be expecting for the future of the Bounty0x platform, as well as why I am very bullish in the short term, because what I am seeing through this article and what I'm going to run through with you guys is very cool, innovative, and I think is really going to launch Bounty0x, the platform and the cryptocurrency, to the next level. Really love what this team is doing. But to jump into it, some interesting stuff that they say is that, well, the Bounty0x Alpha platform launched back in October 2nd, so the platform that's out currently now, 2 months before their token sale, and now hosts over $2.5 million worth of bounties. There are already over 8,000 active bounty hunters on the platform, and the influx of new users is growing at an accelerated pace. As you may know, the Alpha 2.0 version of Bounty0x platform is going live on February 15th, so that's 2 days from making this video. Feel free to follow the countdown on their home page. Here are the things that are going to be added within the Alpha 2.0. So they have a fresh UI. They say the past few weeks they have worked hard with several UI and UX experts, so the user experience team, to match our Alpha with the look and feel of their home page. This includes incorporating several gamified elements, as well as diving further into the Old West theme that was so well received by the community. So you're going to get a fresh UI. It's going to be more easy and intuitive to use than it potentially is right now, so that's very cool. The second thing they're going to be focusing on is social media automation, and this involves computer intelligence and machine learning, as well as AI. So the review process of several bounties on their platform can be automated through algorithms and machine learning. The social media automation feature will be launching in Alpha 2.0, and this is the first step we are taking towards a future where machines are able to review work. So right now, this is very much in its infancy, the technology for the Bounty0x team, but they are incorporating the first steps of this. So in the future, machines are going to be able to review the process of bounties on their platforms through algorithms and machine learning. So it's going to be eventually, and hopefully through the team, is going to be automated and not require any updates from an individual or a human. But right now they're working on that, and that's going to be integrated within this first update in Alpha 2.0. So they're exploring this, and this is definitely a very cool incorporation that will be very useful in the future, I can only imagine, for the team. So in Alpha 1.0, Bounty hosts had to send rewards to our escrow smart contract, and a bounty admin had to distribute them manually. So what they're doing is they're also adding automated payment distribution. As I just outlined, currently in the Alpha 1.0, hosts had to send rewards to a smart contract that they created, and a Bounty0x admin had to distribute these rewards manually to the people or the bounty members, I'm losing the word that they use right now on their website, that completed the bounties, had to distribute them. So that was just a cluster of words that didn't make any sense, but right now, in order to be paid out for the bounty that you completed, a admin within the Bounty0x team has to come in and actually take the transaction or the compensation and move it specifically to the person who created the bounty, which is a very, very inefficient process, and you can imagine with 8,000 bounty hunters on here how tedious and just really what a waste of time and resources it is to have an individual human being going through and paying out individual bounty hunters, that's the word I'm looking for, who are completing these bounties from bounty hosts when, you know, it's something that could be very easily automated, and that's what they're doing. So this, in my opinion, is one of the biggest updates coming to the Bounty0x 2.0 alpha platform in this release. So this is absolutely huge. Not only are there going to be a bunch of other things that I've outlined, but the fact that they're going to be able to devote more resources to development, marketing, and whatnot, and they're not going to have admins distribute them manually and go through that whole process is going to be absolutely huge in the efficiency of the Bounty platform as it continues to grow past the 8,000 members it already has now. Well, that's a lot. This platform in the future is, in my opinion, going to be absolutely huge, hosting thousands upon thousands of people. So this is a good step in the right direction. Here we have the improved Bounty host dashboard. So on your guys' screen right now, this is just a little GIF of what is going to be going on and what the new Bounty host dashboard is going to look like. So it's going to load. You're going to have your stats, your pending submissions. On the left side, you're going to have a bunch of tabs that you can scroll through. So very easy to use, and they say we will work closely with all of our clients to get better insight into what additional features they would benefit from in the platform. For Alpha 2.0 launch, we have completely rebuilt the Bounty host dashboard to meet these demands. So they are working very closely with the community and the people who are actually using the Bounty Alpha 1.0 right now, and they listened to the community feedback and they said, hey, this is what people want. They want an easier way to see their bounties, the things that they completed, their payouts, their pending submissions, whatnot, and they absolutely delivered with this Bounty host dashboard. So good to see that they are involving the community and the people who are actually using the website and getting their feedback as well. Finally, we have bug fixes. So over 500 bounty hunters participated in the Bounty0x bug bounty to improve the Alpha platform. These are some of the issues that bounty hunters pointed out that we fixed with their help. These fixes will be rolled out for the Alpha 2.0 release. So then it goes through about 6 bullet points of bugs that they fixed through the 500 bounty hunters who participated in actually going out and finding these bugs, which was actually also a bounty within the Bounty0x platform. So right there, they're actually using their own platform, their own idea, their own cryptocurrency to improve their project as well. So it works just like that. Some additional things I want to point on is what's to come in the past weeks. We have announced partnerships with several industry leaders like Civic, which I pointed out on their Twitter, Lambden, IBC Group, and Concourse Q. So those are 3 huge partnerships that I do want to highlight, as well as I say several new partnerships are in the works right now and will help expand further the scope of what Bounty0x can offer. Expect official announcements in the next few weeks. So right there we have 3 pretty big partnerships, Civic being the one I covered over on their Twitter account, which is going to help with some of the transactions involving fraud, I believe. And I'm going to quickly scroll back down. So it says to prevent fraudulent submissions on the Bounty0x platform. So if you guys aren't familiar with Civic, it is actually a cryptocurrency that I am right now in the midst of creating an in-depth analysis on to be released later. But the partnership there is very logical to me, as it is going to reduce the fraudulent submissions and help crack down on any potential fraud or just malicious behavior within the Bounty0x platform. So partnerships like that make sense, and they're going to work on the Bounty0x platform for years to come, benefiting both parties and being mutual in that aspect. So huge news over there, and expect some official announcements in the next few weeks regarding other partnerships. I'm very excited to see what other what other companies are going to be partnering with Bounty0x, because the more the merrier, the more people that can help each other within cryptocurrency and blockchain, the better. So that is pretty much what is going on with the Bounty0x Alpha 2.0 platform release. If I were to summarize this again, they're getting a fresh UI, which they listened to the community about. They got the improved Bounty host dashboard that goes along with that. Community feedback helped make that possible, so I'm very, very bullish on people who are going to like this and are going to like the direction that the team is going on. Additionally, they wanted to kind of experiment with the automation process revolving around the idea of algorithms and machine learning in the future. They're implementing first steps in regards to that. And finally, they have the automated payment distribution, which is going to cut down on some of the inefficiencies going on right now that involves Bounty0x admin to distribute payments manually to the bounty hunters who complete these bounties submitted by bounty hosts. So that is the final thing, as well as the bug fixes that they're going to fix, which yielded successful from their campaign of a bounty, which included over 500 bounty hunters who participated in that. So a lot of great things coming from the platform. So check this article out, written over on their Medium page and their blog. It'll be linked down in the description below. A lot of great information there, and I'm going to cut to some of my final opinions. I want to give my final thoughts and opinions before I cue to the outro of this video regarding Bounty0x. The intention of today's video was to educate you guys on some of the reasons that I am very optimistic and bullish about this cryptocurrency in the short term. This included the Alpha 2.0 release, as well as partnerships and some other reasons that Bounty0x may see a small but significant price increase in the future. And while this is completely my personal opinion, understand that I don't think that we're going to see all-time highs of Bounty0x in the short term. I think that with this platform release, this might be and may give the Bounty0x token some momentum to maybe potentially consolidate within the levels of resistance right now between that 20 to 30 cent range. I think it's going to take a complete market and cryptocurrency kind of trend against the bearish trend that we are right now, because right now Bounty0x going up in price is going against the kind of market trend that we're seeing, with a lot of FUD in the marketplace, with the bears dragging down a lot of cryptocurrencies prices. And in order for Bounty0x to reach those all-time highs, I do think we're going to see an overall trend reverse within the marketplace in order for Bounty0x to gain that massive momentum to see that potential $1 mark in the future. So this is definitely not, in my opinion, some news that is going to be like, oh, all-time high, here we go, tomorrow the 15th, absolutely giant news. And while it is huge news, I just don't think there's going to be enough momentum to reach there by any means. Potentially, I think best case scenario is we find some levels of support that were old resistance between that 20 to 30 cent mark, recoup some of the losses, consolidate there for a while until we can reverse the current market trend that is very, very bearish. So this news, while it is awesome, is definitely not going to be anything massive in regards to what we saw at the beginning of January, going from 24, 25 cents, and a few days before that, that 16 cent mark, all the way up to 92 cents. So please understand that when I make this video. Additionally, something I am going to say is, as an investor in Bounty0x, my opinions may be a little bit biased throughout this video. The intention of today's video was just to educate you guys on some of the news and updates surrounding Bounty0x. Very optimistic and very bullish for the reasons outlined in this video, but please get second opinions. Please do your own research. Please find other people who may be bearish, may be bullish around Bounty0x, and just very make yourself well educated regarding this cryptocurrency, because I am invested in it and I do want to see it succeed. So in that aspect, I'm giving you reasons why I believe it will succeed and why I am optimistic on it. But please understand I may be biased in the aspect that I am invested into it. So those are the reasons that I am very bullish on Bounty0x in the short term, and hopefully I outlined that for you guys throughout this video. That's going to do it for the video today, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Comment down below if there's any other cryptocurrencies you guys want me to cover. Recently, I've got some comments specifically about cryptocurrencies that you guys do want me to make videos about, and I am in the works of creating those. But today I really wanted to focus on Bounty0x and some of the news regarding it, as this news will become old in 2 days once the platform actually releases. So if there is going to be any price action, I did want to quickly release this video to update you guys if you guys were potentially thinking about looking at this cryptocurrency. So with that said, I'm going to go right into the disclaimer that says none of the information in this video is investment or financial advice. This is just simply my personal opinion. Please do your own research for investing. Invest at your own risk. Don't invest more than you can afford to lose. Consult a financial advisor if necessary. Again, to be fully transparent with you guys, I've said it multiple times throughout the video, I do hold Bounty0x. I am invested into Bounty0x, so take that for what you will. Make sure that you guys understand where I currently stand with this cryptocurrency, and thank you guys so much for the overwhelming amount of support from you guys. So again, make sure to like and subscribe, and have a great day.